Welcome everyone to the icy slopes of Rotkamm. This is the 5th map of Grand Mountain Adventure, and today we're going to be taking a look at all of the double diamond scores that can be achieved here. If you haven't noticed, things are starting to get a little bit more difficult, but that won't be a problem for us, as by now we're well on our way to becoming Grand Mountain pros. At this time, I'd like to take a second to thank everyone who's been sticking with this series over the past few months, and also to welcome any newcomers to the channel. I hope I can answer any questions you may be having, and that you too will consider subscribing so that you can follow along as we make our way through this absolute gem of a game. We're almost at 100 subscribers, and that's amazing. So with that in mind, let's get started. As always, time trials are up first, and we're starting with the Green Glades with a double diamond time of 17.5 seconds. On our first jump here, we're going to do a backflip 180 combo boost. That'll give us some nice speed going down the rest of this course. And then you can also try to slap any of these skiers that get close. Make sure you don't go flying off of that turn there. Watch the tree in the middle of the track, and you should be all set. The next track we're going to be taking a look at is the Ice Bowl. It has a double diamond time of 30.5 seconds and is one of my personal favorites on this mountain. Once you reach these rails, make sure you do some kind of trick off of them so that you can get that extra boost in speed from the combo. And then just don't mind these trees as they fall back behind you. They shouldn't get in your way. Now let's head over to the river jumps, where the double diamond time is 43 seconds. Starting off here, we're going to try to fit a backflip into this second drop, and then we're also going to do a combo boost of a backflip 180 off of that third drop there. As you come up on these tracks, watch out for trains, and then we're going to do another combo boost of a backflip 180 over this big gap. One final backflip here should be all you need to put you well under that double diamond time. The fourth track we'll be covering is the Broken Trail with a double diamond time of 42 seconds. Once you reach gate 5, take a hard left and do a backflip 180 off of this drop. When you make it to the rails, do a backflip off the tracks and watch out for that train. Now you've got 2 more regular jumps to do and a couple potentially slappable skiers before you make it to the end. And as you can see there, we finished with over a second to spare. The last time trial we're going to be taking a look at today is the Village Run with a double diamond time of 30.5 seconds. Right off the start, we're going to cut through this turn and hope to either mix a backflip with a tree bonk or a 180. Then we're going to do a single backflip off of that small drop there. If you're lucky, you'll get a tree bonk, and then another single backflip off of that second drop there as well. Remember that slapping skiers also gives you a speed boost, and then we're going to do a backflip and tree bonk off of that tree in the middle there. I covered a lot of spots where you could potentially get combo boosts on this run. You can see my time is well under the double diamond, so don't feel like you need to do all of those things. Now we're going to move on to trick challenges with Rotkamm Style 1 and a double diamond of 14,000 points. Right off the bat here, we're going to launch ourselves up this rock to do a 3-part combo. I'm going to do a rodeo backflip 180. Off this next drop, I'll do a regular backflip, and then when we reach this bump here, I'm going to do a roll. I decided to do a backflip 360 over the train tracks, and then a backflip 180 going the opposite direction after that. For the avalanche drop, I did a roll backflip 180, but you can do whatever 3-part combo feels best to you. And then I rode over these tree rails a little bit, and then off the rail here, one last rodeo. If you do all this, you should get a score of about 20k, which should give you plenty of room to experiment and try out some different things for yourself. Now we're going to move on to Rotkamm Jumper with a double diamond score of 11,000 points. For this first jump here, I'm going to stick with that 3-part combo of the roll backflip 180. And then for this second jump, I'm going to do a rodeo backflip 180. Here we're going to do a roll backflip, and then on this final jump, just a backflip 180. I want to point out that for several of these jumps, there's tree rails that you can land on toward the sides of the jumps. So if you're struggling with any of those 3-part combos, you can take one of the tricks out of them if you go and land on the rails. But for a DD run like this, I just prefer doing bigger combos, as I find that landing on the rails can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Now we're moving on to Freeride Heaven with a double diamond time of 13,500 points. Alright, so the way I'd recommend doing this one is going and doing a roll backflip 180 off of the first drop there. And then you're going to stay over to the left off of that big jump. You're going to hit a 4-part combo. I'm going to do a rodeo roll backflip 180. Then keep going straight and curve right onto the side of this path here. And I'm going to do a 3-part combo of a rodeo roll backflip. It's a little bit tricky to land there, but if you can get it down, you're going to have well over the double diamond. So feel free to experiment with whatever combos work. You've got a lot of wiggle room here on this one. Now we're going to head over to Sending It, where double diamond is 11,000 points. We're going to start off by taking this rail and doing a roll backflip off of it, and then go straight and meet up with this second rail. Then I'm going to do a rodeo 180 off of. Off to the left is this thicker rail. I'm just going to do a backflip off of that, and then a repeated backflip off of these train tracks. Finally, you can take this tree rail. I just did a rodeo off of it and landed across the gap there. If you don't feel comfortable doing that last section with the tree rail, it's not even necessary. You should get over double diamond even without it. Now let's check out the distance challenge, Pilgrim Run. Double diamond here is 310 meters. Start off by curving down this slope, and at the end of the fence, take a hard right and do a backflip 180 to get a nice combo boost. You're going to weave along the side here between that rock and up onto this first gap. We're going to do another combo boost of a backflip 180, and then another combo boost of another backflip 180 after that. Then just keep going straight. We're going to stay on the left here to go down. We want to do this ramp on the bottom. Jumping off of that, we're going to spread to increase our air distance, and then I'm just going to die there at the end, but it's too late. We've already got our double diamond. Finally, we're on to the dropping challenge, the Descender. It has a double diamond score of 90 meters. Coming out of the starting gate, we're going to take a hard right and go off of this ledge here, and that's going to give us some massive air, and then I'm just spreading just to get any extra distance I can. Now on the ice slope, we're going to jump off this side here over these rocks. This one might take a couple tries, but it's definitely worth it. And then we're going to keep going off to the right and do this little jump over the train tracks there, and that should be more than enough for us to get over 90 meters. And with that, we're all done with Rotkamm for version 190 of the game. I hope I was able to help you today, and if I did, please consider leaving a like so that I know to keep making more videos like this. If you have any questions or recommendations, leave them in the comments. I read them all, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!